My task today is to bring a little insight into the world of living with a disability. Here, it's a set of guidelines dealing specifically with how to approach a person with disabilities. So now we're going to go into the basic principles in how to. So do unto others as you would have them do unto you. This is my device, right? And this, I love this with all my heart. I can live my life without it. And I can't picture myself, I've gotten lazy, right? So I can't see myself with the manual chair. I do have a manual chair, but you understand? So this has made my life so much easier. So the first thing that came to my mind, well, your mind probably is, the next question would be, I wonder what happened to she. Ask before you help. Now I'm in a motor, and there are so many times that I'm going up a ramp, right? You know, somebody come helping to push me. I'd be laughing so bad, right? I just think it's hilarious because you have not asked me if I want help. I got my motor here, I have 2 speeds, snail and tiger. So I could go from slow to fast. So when the brake pushing, I'd be barely moving the throttle so then relaxing because I did not call you. They are insulted if you say to them they're hearing impaired. So we think that that term is great and accepted. It's not accepted in their world. In their world, they're deaf. Now we think that deaf is wrong to say, but it's correct. Before I had a disability, right? I had a girlfriend of mine, we used to roll every weekend. I have never parked in one of those spaces. Check the 2 of us, when the Saturday come and we bought the place, cussing people for parking in them spaces. Remember what I started by saying, I did not have a disability. But I recognized from early that that space was for someone with a need. So that is just me. I have friends who've never parked in them, and they're talking about these are friends before I had my disability. So imagine how they are now. So if you want the milk, the bread, or the cheese quick, thank God that you can walk to get in that store.
If a person have a disability or a challenge and the parking one in the areas that don't have the thing on the main screen, what will happen?
What would happen?
Yeah.
If the person have a disability,
Yeah, and they don't have one,
they should look to get one. That should, anybody who has a disability, knowing that Barbados has the parking IDs, they should have one. NTA has really been one in my years of having a disability. One of the mistakes a lot of companies make and a lot of organizations make is that they think of us at the end. So then you go like, oh, you would hear like, oh shoot, you know, and you see the letters of invite come in at the last minute, and the event is like maybe the same week or the next week or so. So NTA has involved and included persons with disabilities from the beginning. And that is why we are here today, trying to make sure you understand. You know, there's a lot. It's a lot to cover, and therefore we can only bring the basics to you, for you to have.
Hello. All right, now we're cooking with gas. I ain't sure what we're talking about today. I got several possible titles, so I can share them with you. And once we're done, you all will tell me which title you think suited the presentation best so that they can put it on the video. Make sense? So we in this together.
All right.
All right. It could be transformational culture. You should write these down. Transformational culture. Culture and transformation. Transformational culture. Culture and transformation. Or culture and you. In order for the culture to change, you must change. When you change, the culture change. So we have a situation of which come first, the chicken or the egg. Which is going to change first, you or the culture? Let me see those who say you have to change first. Let me see those who say the culture has to change for you to change. One hand. Let me see those who say both. Let me see those who say neither. One person, the person who starts will say one, the person who goes second will say two, and the person who started will say three. Got it? Go. Yes, keep going. Just keep going. 1, 2, 3. You ain't got nobody? Come with me, sir. Oh, no. The young lady over there will be your partner. 1, 2, 3. Easy peasy. Go. Only to 3, and then loop it again. Let me demonstrate. Come. Let me demonstrate. Because some people are a little bit too brilliant for these simple tasks. I will be 1, you will be 2, I will be 3. 1, 3. 1, 3, 2, 1, 3. When I got that, go. I got good news and I got bad news. The good news is the more you do it, the easier it gets. The bad news is the more you do it, the more complicated I'm going to make it. Okay? So you don't have to go fast, go at a comfortable pace. Try, let's see how many rounds you could get going just 1, 2, 3, simple. You can really wiggle with the best of them. So I would like you to demonstrate your expertise for us here, if you don't mind. Put it on the spot, no pressure. All right? So, excuse me. So we can go first 1, 2, 3. I got a hold it, no worry.
You start going first.
Yeah, just do 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
1,
2,
3.
1, 2, 3.
1,
2,
3.
1,
2,
3.
Give them a round of applause, man. I will only think so because I come from this society, I come from this community, and that's how people in my community is. So why gotta be so?
I was just saying, I think that you yourself have to be aware first, to acknowledge that there's transformation in the culture and transformation for yourself. So if you're not aware of yourself and what's happening, then it will still be the same person.
I think that's a very important point. Y'all get what she's saying? Yeah. Yes. If I understand you correctly, you have to be aware, because if you are just going along accepting everything around you as that's just the way it has to be, that's just the way it has always been, and that's just the way it'll always be, then you won't be able to break that cycle, because you're like a hamster on that wheel just going. And we can do an exercise that I got from a good friend of mine named Errol Griffith. Anybody know Errol Griffith? Free Mind Institute? Power of Choice, yes. You see the ads on TV and think the Power of Choice? He's the man behind that. There's an exercise I learned from him. 2 columns. 1 column headed up, things I can change. The next column headed up, things I cannot change. A line in between, list as many as possible. Things that I can change, things that I cannot change. So this is a black and white question, right? And everything is not always so black and white. So I would like, by a show of hands, how many people feel that other people's behavior is more on the cannot side than the can side? That's what man is do. Huh? Protect. So we got a whole set of ideas now constructs in our minds about what a man is. And if a person with a penis does not live up to those expectations, he might be a male, his sex might be male, but women is looking and saying, "Man, he ain't a real man." So what's happening all the times is we want change, we want transform, but the culture in us, and we moving through life on automatic, and we just sticking in the box because that's what we're accustomed doing. You got to turn that switch down and wake up and come off of automatic and become present. And the last thing is something that everybody in here did, which is so obvious and so simple. Nobody must even say it. You have to do it if you want to get this done right. What is it? Well, everybody said practice already. We know practice already. Yeah, stand up. It begins with S. Start, but I'm looking for SL. You got to slow down. Now, this might seem obvious when I say it, but how many times do we have to do something different and we feel frustrated and we feel we got to do it fast and we push harder, and the harder we push, the more mistakes we make and the more frustrated we get? For most things in life, transformation is happen slowly and quietly. Thank you. You all made this very easy, though. Thank you very much.